Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. First of all, Happy New Year to you all. New year, new beginnings is a great time to start, and I guess it's a perfect time for me because if you have been following and follow me and my journey from the start, you will know that I have been slightly missing for the last better part of just under 6 months. I think if you have followed all of my videos, the last time I did something was just before I moved to Glasgow. So back in the summer at the start of August, we moved from where we were living in Aylesbury to Glasgow, where we are right now. And after that, I plan to go back to doing my videos and continuing, and then I'll just won't create any excuses. Life got in the way. Well, life didn't get in the way. I lost focus. So between the house move, the stress, the job, I started focusing on everything else other than myself first. And all of the things that I wanted to do kind of started to just fall to the bottom of the to-do list and then just a little bit further back. And then before you know it, you've lost that rhythm. And once you lose that rhythm, it's quite hard to get back on. So it's taken me a while to get my head around it, and it's taken me a while to really think about my comeback and what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. And then I realised I've probably just been overthinking it too much, because the last time I just started setting my intention, setting this is what I want to do, I had my very clear plan of action and I just went for it. And this time it's a little bit the same, but there are a couple of things that are different. So in the past, I have followed the Cambridge weight plan, the one-to-one diet religiously. I started off 4 products a day, then I went down to 3 products a day. I did it for about a year and a half, and I lost an amazing amount of weight through it. And I think it was just on the 9 or just over 9 stone. And unfortunately, I've put on some of that. Like I said, lack of focus, and whenever I don't put prioritizing myself, my health, and what I'm doing first, very clearly, very quickly, all bad habits just creep up, and before you know it, you've compromised here and there, and then it's just a day, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and before you know it, everything has gone just a little bit haywire. By the way, I am rocking my Christmas jumper, but it's absolutely freezing here today. We've had loads of ice, loads of snow, so I felt like something nice and warm and cozy. Even though it's slightly off season now because we're after Christmas, but it's just so nice. So where am I now? I put about 22 kilos back on, and I'd like to say that it was over the last 6 months, but actually I'd probably say half of that was in the last 6 months and the other half was in the last 2 weeks. Just because of, like I said, probably the month of December started off, just going all over the place. It was stressful as work. Started stress eating, and before you know it, when you start stress eating, you get into this vicious circle that's quite difficult to break. And for me, it really takes me to get to the point that I am pretty much sick of food to be able to actually realize I need to do something different. So that's what it took. I'm sorry it's that much, but you know what? If I just kind of dwell on it, it won't shift, it won't change. So I'm determined to do something about it. That's 50 pounds, 3.5 stone. And if you add that to the original 2 stone that I had to go, then it's probably about, I've got probably another 5.8, just short of 6 stones to lose. But I think if I lose 4.8 stones, it will take me quite close to where I want to be, at least within the threshold of where I wanted to be. And given where I was last time, I'll be quite happy with that actually. And it's not just me compromising and lowering my standards. I actually think the way I felt about myself, the clothes, the size, where I wanted to be, that would probably take me to a really good place. So I'm focused on losing about 5 stone. That is my target this time around. I've done more than that before, so I know that I can do it. And this is a year for it. Now, slight change to what I have done before. The last time I did it on the Cambridge weight plan, and like I said, I was on it for about a year and a half. It was amazing. I loved it. I love the results that it gives you. I got into my rhythm with the products, But the only thing is, having done it for so long, even though I've had a bit of a break the last few months, and I was on and off trying to do it and not do it for the last 6 months, but that didn't really work for me. So I have to either be on it or be off it. I lost a lot of hair. I did say that quite openly. I kept taking my biotin, etc. It's starting to come back. Don't know if you can see this crazy fringe that I've got going on. I've got two lengths of hair now. I've got my current hair, which is super long. It's still my COVID hair. I haven't had it cut since then. And the new growth that comes to about there. So I'm just waiting for it to grow a little bit longer, and then I will have a massive big chop, clear it all out. But what that told me was that the diet and doing it for so long and 3 products a day, 600 calories, was quite severe, was quite a bit shock for my body. I felt quite weak. Even going on my skiing holiday back in February, I did feel quite weak. It's taken me a while to build up stamina and being able to do more exercise and do more work. So actually, I've decided to try something different. I'm still going to be on a very low calorie diet type of space, but I'm going to do it by consuming food, or at least I'm going to try to do that. If it doesn't work and if I'm not able to stick to it, then I'll go back to just being on Cambridge products 100%. But I want to give a go to doing calorie restricted diet that is high protein, relatively lower in carb, although I will have some whole grains, and that it's very much in line with the principles of the Cambridge diet, but without the products. It's basically focused on food, and I have felt that I've needed the additional proteins and the nutrients that you get from food. When I've gone back to eating, there are certain foods that I've been craving like crazy, like spinach. I mean, who craves spinach? So I've been craving spinach. I've been craving nuts and seeds, particularly walnuts and sesame seeds. Loads. Been loving chickpeas and hummus. And oats. I never used to eat as many oats as I have been doing over the last few months. So there are clearly some foods that I've been craving, and if you look into it, it means that you probably got a few deficiencies that you need to compensate. Now, I will be getting myself to the doctors once they reopen. Every time I've tried to make an appointment, then everything has shifted. Anyway, I will get back to it, but I've been looking into 2 different books. One is How Not to Diet by Dr. Michael Greger, and the other one is the Fast 800 Calorie Diet, which is by Dr. Michael Mosley, and I'm looking to the side because I've got them there. And they basically talk about eating whole food and eating a Mediterranean style diet, which I'm kind of more comfortable with personally, and it's something that I can fit into quite easily. But particularly the Dr. Michael Mosley, the Fast 800, which is, I don't know if you heard about also the 5-2 diet, where you fast for 2 days and you eat normal for 5 days. Is the same person that created that, and it's based on the principles that you can do very low calorie. They recommend, rather than 600 calories like I have been doing 800. You could, and they very easily say you could do 3 shakes, but actually try to do at least 1 meal so that you get that is salad based, so you get your fiber, and that way you wouldn't have the problems that I had and why I had to take so much of a fiber substitute during my time in Cambridge. So I've tried to think about how that is very much in line with what I did, but it's very much food based. It's Mediterranean diet based, which it's what I'm more familiar with and what I know works for me and keeps me satisfied. So that's what I'm going to give a go. It's still very much in line and in keeping with a lot of the principles that the Cambridge diet provided, but it is food based. So I guess that's been part of the umming and ahhing that I've been doing as to whether to do videos or not, because my videos so far have all been Cambridge diet update, and effectively I'm not going to be on that. But I am still following the principles, and I wouldn't want to dissuade anyone from doing it because I thought it was brilliant and it's helped me so much, and I'm so glad that I did it. I wouldn't take it back, and if anybody asked me about it, I would recommend it in a heartbeat. But just it was the right thing for me to do at that time. At this point in time, I want to try to do something slightly different, which still follows the same principles, but I really want to be more food based. And the truth is that I'm not saying no, never, never, forever, because if I'm not able to stick to just eating 800 calories worth of food, I am going to go to the Cambridge diet, and I will swap quite quickly. So it is slightly different. I do want to try to follow more of a whole food based type of approach, and hence why I'm doing a slight change and a swap to help me with those last 5 stones that I need to go. So what does that mean? I'm going to be doing 800 calories a day, again primarily protein based, and with a few carbs, and just tracking that on a daily basis. So for breakfast, it's probably going to be some eggs with spinach, like a spinach omelette. Lunchtime, it's probably going to be some form of soup or stew. So today I used some some Christmas turkey that I had left over, and I did a Christmas turkey curry. And tonight is probably just going to be a salad with some tuna, and that's going to be me. This 800 calorie diet is supposed to put you in a mild state of ketosis. I haven't got ketosis strips, but I will get them. And you're basically going through the same things that you do when you go on Cambridge. You have those first 3 days that you need to get over the hump of just withdrawing food. You might get thirsty, you might get headaches, you might get moody, you might get bad breath. Same side effects, everything that goes along with that. So it's basically the food version of, and that's what I'm going to try to do. So this is where I am. If you want to continue to follow me, I'm going to be sharing my progress. I will be finding my way through the food and what I want to do, but what I want to get to is get to the point that I have my meal routines that I go to in the same way that I did with Cambridge. For me, that was critical. Just finding your meal routines, following them. And once you do that, then you just basically, you stick to it. You make your plan, you stick to your plan. That's what you shop. You clear your kitchen, you shop to the meals, and you just stick to it. And you have loads and loads and loads and loads of water. So, this is my new water bottle. We all need to have our own little treats. And that helps me to kind of keep going, and it's quite nice actually. I think it's like a Camelback cyclist type water bottle, and you just press and it squirts water, which is really nice and refreshing, and it's insulated so it keeps it nice and fresh. So it's good. Today is day one. I know that quite a few of you will also be finding today as day one. So whatever it is that you're doing, I wish you all of the success. We're all in this together. Taking the first step is really important. What I have learned in the past is that it's important to write it. It's important to read it. Write your goal, read your goal, and then think about what you're trying to do every single day. The minute that I took my eye off the ball, it all started to go wrong for me. So having learned my lessons, having shared those, I wanted to also just be really open and let you know how easily things can spiral out of control, and how easily you can kind of take away from that focus. It really requires all of your focus. If eating in a calorie control way is not your default type of way of being, it will take a lot of your focus. So it will require you to focus on what you do, what you're going to eat, how, when, etc., so that you're organized and you're planned. The usual fail to plan to fail applies in every way. And also, for me, what is super important is to make sure that I put myself first, always. Not in a selfish way, not in a me type of way, but I need to start my days thinking about what do I need, how am I going to run the day and the meals in the way that is supportive of me being at my best at all times, and how am I going to achieve my goals. And I need to start with that first, and then work and everything else can just follow thereafter. And that's a fact of life. And it takes a while sometimes when you get into what I call the work hamster wheel, that you just kind of get trapped into it, and before you know it, you're like working, and before you know it, you're compromising time here and time there, and you don't start your day in the same way, and you don't finish your day in the same way, and then you're working longer or you're starting earlier, etc. And before you know it, your routine is out the window. And that's happened to me, and I allowed it to happen because I lost focus of what I was doing. So here I am, starting again. And if you find yourself starting again, it's perfectly fine. What is important is that you're here and being positive and thinking about those goals. I'm actually really excited because now that I've realised it's 5 stone, I've done more than that. I've done double that in the past. I know I can do it. So let's do it. Let's crush. As they were said, let's crush it. Let's get this year done. Let's get our weight under control. So whatever diet you're following, whether it's Cambridge, whether it's low calorie, whether it's 800, whatever it is that you're doing, I'm here to support you. I do have my Facebook group. I will leave the link in the description below. And I have been completely radio silent on that too, but I promise I will get back on it. I will start picking it up. I will share what I'm eating. I'll share some motivation, some reflections, thoughts, and I will continue to do at least once a week video update to let you know what I'm doing. So I wish you all the best. Have a great 2021. And if this is your first day of diet, good luck. We're all in it together, and I can't wait to hear from you all soon. Leave a comment, subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.